Hello, I'm going to show you how I blow dry my hair with my head full of extensions. Wrap it up in the towel to absorb any extra moisture out of there. Take it out. 7 seconds. Spritz it through pretty liberally just so you can make sure that you don't pull and add to any snarls in your hair. Wet brush, bendy bristles, and you can gently go straight over those extensions, but also grab it from the ponytail and then brush through those ends. You get kind of a rough patch where you might be a little bit more dense with the hair. Spritz a little bit more of 7 seconds. Make it through. Extension safe serum, Goldilocks serum. It makes the hair feel super soft, super light, and it smells so good. I do use this pretty liberally. So not that much in there. Extension hair is going to typically need a little bit more moisture in there because it has been processed so many more times to get it to the desired color. So run it through lightly through the top section, grab the ponytail, work it down, get it through. Smells good. There. Wipe your hands off of any extra residue just so you don't drop any bottles on your hands. Next up, the Goldilocks Blow Dry Spray. I was so impressed with this product the first time I used it. It made my hair feel super light, super soft, super shiny. It does have some heat protection in there, but I do also add some extra heat protection too, just to be on the safe side. You can never have too much. Spritz it pretty liberally. It does help tame down frizz, flyaways, and just it does actually stay really lightweight on the hair. Spritz it through. New favorite heat protector. Wet and dry, anytime you use heat on your hair, blow dryer, flat iron, curling iron one, anything, use extra heat protection. Better safe than sorry. I like this one because it's very, very lightweight. It's an aerosol spray. And it doesn't build up in the hair at all. And always make sure you lift up underneath and spritz it underneath. All right, here we go. Dyson blow dryer. My favorite feature about this blow dryer, magnetic. Doesn't get warped by the heat here, so that is fantastic. Small and lightweight with everything too, so perfect for a hairstylist who's already had injuries. Blow dry your hair to 70% dry. Get underneath by all those wefts. Really concentrate at the root of those wefts. If you have extensions, you need to make sure that the wefts are dry. This hair can technically air dry. That's not the end of the world, but those wefts need to dry. Once you start to feel that your hair is more damp rather than dripping wet is when you can grab a brush. I'm still going to go and section everything off, but just to start continuing to get the moisture out of the hair, I'm going to grab my brush and I'm going to aim my nozzle down and I'm blowing past the top of these bristles. I'm not blowing directly on my round brush because that will fry your hair. You want to take it and aim over the round brush, and that will help to smooth down your hair cuticle and get rid of frizz. And right now I'm not trying to get a shape or a style. I'm just trying to push the moisture out of the hair. Again, pushing over the top, not directly on the hair. There we go. So now I'm going to section up my hair. Start kind of middle of the ears down in that general area, or at the bottom of the ears. Clip this out of the way. Brush through this section one more time. Make sure it's nice and snarl free. And over the top. Other side. And again, just really make sure that this weft is dry up at the root. The nape of the neck is where snarls tend to happen, because that's where it's going to get the most rubbing. It's going to rub on your shirt, it's going to rub on your jacket, it's going to rub on your collar, it's just going to rub on anything. So this is a huge area to deal with tangles and snarls. So really important to have a wet brush or a brush with bendy bristles and make sure it stays nice and hydrated and conditioned. So next section, I'm going to go right where my wefts are, which is about the middle, the parietal. Easy for me to find my next section. Right there. There we go. Go right over the top, pushing it down, finishing with the cool shot on the very end. You can do whatever angle is comfortable. I'm going to pull it over my shoulder so I can see what I'm doing. Pulling this side over my shoulder. And again, low drying the root of my wax. Grabbing my brush again, take sections over the top of the brush. section. Again, easy for me to line it up. It's going to be around your parietal, and that's easy for me to find with my wefts. Clip it up out of the way. Make sure you can get through. And again, you're going to take your round brush, your blow dryer, and blow dry over the top of your weft, aiming the nozzle of the blow dryer down to help smooth down any frozen flyaways. Finish up with a cold shot. Nice and soft. Cold shot. What the cold shot does is it helps to smooth your cuticle down and set the heat. The heat is what you can use to manipulate the shape of the hair. The cold shot is what sets it. So if I want to set my hair cuticle be nice and soft and smooth, then I want to use a cold shot to finish up what the heat is doing. Little section in the back, shorter hair so it won't quite reach. Take a spring back, over the top, and down. Again, make sure the root of your wefts are dry. Extensions take forever to dry because they're just chunks of hair in there. They don't obviously grow naturally from your scalp. So when you're drying chunks of hair, you really need to get into where those chunks of hair are attached, up at your scalp, and make sure that water's not sitting in there. Water sits in those wefts, it will wreck your hairstyle, and it could cause scalp issues like fungus or dry scalp irritations. Scalp is skin. If water sits on your skin, it's going to dry it out and cause issues. Looking good. Next section, I'm going to pull this up and I'm going to bring my own hair back. Don't worry about straight back to try to get rid of my colics and my scar from my skin cancer. I get a really nasty colic back there, so honestly my secret hack is a topper. That gets rid of it and covers everything up. Cold shot, little part. I tend to part over here. I am lucky enough where I can kind of move my part around. I tend to part on my left because I had skin cancer and I just have a really nasty colic in there now from the scar, and that seems to be the easiest way to tame down my little guys that are growing in. I've discovered if I try and part my hair on the opposite side that those little guys just try to pop up even more. Who knows, maybe I'll switch it again in the future. So I'm gonna bring this down. Hold that. Making sure the roots are dry. Let's be dry. I can feel just a little underneath here. I'm going to get to it with an easy angle from the blow dryer. Just to kind of finish up. Full shot. One big massive hair. Yes. How you blow dry extensions. Looks great.